Yo, what's the word, everybody? How's everybody doing today? We got a lot of great topics today, a lot of things to talk about. Um, Jayson Tatum decides after having an Achilles rupture, getting surgery, he decides he wants to come back to the Celtics. Now, why would he want to do such a thing? The Celtics are going far and above expectations. On top of them going far and above expectations, they also are one of the best teams in the East, one of the best teams in the NBA. Jaylen Brown's having an MVP caliber season. And yet, some way, somehow, Jayson Tatum thinks it's cool for him just to come back. I don't understand what's the point of coming back. You're coming off of surgery, bro. Like, I don't understand why you coming back. What's so special about coming back? Like, why you just couldn't stay where you was at? Jaylen Brown's playing at an MVP caliber level. He's showing y'all there is not a gap between these two players. Like I've been telling y'all, when it comes to Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, it's very close. It's a discussion. It's not clear who's the best player of the team is. And Jayson Tatum wants to be a hater, and he decides, I'm going to come back. I don't know why you're trying to make a playoff push at all. I just don't understand why. You're not going to be ready by the time playoffs start, realistically, if you think about it. You're not going to be ready. It just is what it is. You could ramp up, do all this stuff, but you're not going to be ready by the time playoffs start. Not at all. Because once playoffs starts, guess what? You got to get ramped up even more. So you're going to have to far stretch out your body. Pause. That sounds easy. But yeah. So what are you going to do? If you Boston, I don't even know why you bring back Jayson Tatum. I would just add him. There's no point in him being back at all. Like, it's just pointless at this point. I mean, you're not. I got the Pistons coming out the East. Honestly and realistically. You're not one of the top 3 teams in the East because you got the Pistons, the Knicks, and I want to go with who should be the third best team in the East? I'm forgetting a team. Who am I forgetting? I think the Pistons and the Knicks are the 2 best teams in the East. And now when you look at a team like the Celtics, hold on, let me do these standings. Yeah. Oh, you also have the Cavs. That's the other team I forgot about. The Cavs. So you got the Cavs. So we got the Pistons is number 1 seed. Celtics are 2 seed. Then they will have to play either the Magic or the Heat, depending on who gets that 7th spot. Yeah, I don't think the Celtics are better than the Pistons or the Knicks. And the Cavaliers, it's a toss-up between them. But yeah, I don't understand what's point of him coming back. Who told him to come back? Who told him it was acceptable? Shout out to 25 people who's in the live right now. Who told him he could come back? You should stay back, well up, get better. Excuse me. So I don't understand what's the point of you coming back. I think this is a horrible move. I think Jayson Tatum doesn't like the shine that Jaylen Brown is getting right now as he's having an MVP caliber season. He's one of the best Celtic players. A lot of people doubted this man. I was hearing things. He wasn't a top 30 player in the NBA. He didn't have no left hand. He was going to get exposed. He couldn't be a number 1 option. Just straight criticizing this man. Had no belief in him. Expectations were in the garbage. Mucho galente basura way. And now the man's almost averaging 30. He's in the MVP talks. Celtics are the second best team in the East. A top 5 team in the whole NBA. Like, come on, man. And now Tatum won't come back. I bet y'all if the Celtics were like the 12th seed, he would not be coming back. I'm sorry, y'all not winning the championship. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all not winning championship. It's okay. There was no expectations for y'all this year. But anyways, let's get to other topics right now. Let's see what we got. LeBron James, GOAT James to you, ladies and gentlemen. He had a historic game last night. He is officially the all-time leader in made field goals. Shout out to Bron, man. He's adding another great record in his fabulous basketball resume. Let me hold on. Let me get this up so y'all can see. Share screen. Hey, what's up with this app? This app tripping today, man. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, most made field goals in NBA history. Shout out to GOAT James, man. GOAT James. Record was previously held by no other than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And now LeBron James owns this record. Shout out to Bron, man. And still counting, man. And LeBron is a top 2 player of all time, the GOAT in my eyes. When you look at his resume, how impressive it is, it doesn't get any better than LeBron, man. Shout out to Bron, man. The GOAT back. Michael Jordan will average a 40-point triple-double in today's NBA. That is false and cap. I don't understand. Let me see how I could preference this. Michael Jordan, right? Great driver of the basketball. Great mid-range game. Great overall score. One of the great scorers we have ever seen in NBA history. But he played in an era where the defense was simpler. You had 3 seconds in the key. You didn't have that many athletic and big defenders. It was just simpler times. In today's league, if James Harden came average a 40-point triple-double, why do we think Michael Jordan can? In the era where the best defensive schemes are, the defensive schemes are way better than anything Jordan has faced. They're more complicated than Jordan anything has faced. You're having better defensive personnel than you ever faced. Honestly, in today's league, he'd be an upgraded version of DeMar DeRozan on offense. If James Harden, who's a better 3-point shooter than Michael Jordan, could average a 40-point, why do we think Michael Jordan could in today's era? When you have boxes and ones, zone defenses, when you have the Herb Jones, the Alex Carusos, when you playing defensive powerhouses like the Thunder, how is Jordan gonna look against these defenses? When you have a Casey Wallace to throw at him, a Lou Dort to throw at him, you can also throw Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, who else? A great defender on OKC. When you got Jalen Williams throw out, when you got multiple guys to throw at Michael Jordan, what is it gonna look like? When you have schemes just to stop Michael Jordan, when they're running a boxing one, how is Michael Jordan gonna pick that apart? Or when they're running a zone defense, How is Michael Jordan gonna pick that part? When you having a switch heavy defense like the Celtics, what is Michael Jordan gonna do? When you gotta look at Derek White, then you gotta look at Jaylen Brown, then you gotta look at Jayson Tatum. You're looking at all these guys. How does that look? When you have an elite rim protector at the rim, Rudy Gobert as the backline help, and you have Jaden Daniels, I'm sorry, as the primary perimeter defender. How does that look? I don't think he could do it. A 40-point triple double is crazy. I think today's era, the most I'm spotting Jordan is 35. That's the most, and I think that's pushing it. I'll give him 35 in today's era. But a 40-point triple double, nah. Wemby is a defensive monster. This man in 165 games, I believe he only played what? 2 seasons in the NBA? This is his second year. 82 and 82. Yeah, so in about 2 seasons, this man got more blocks than Jokic has in his entire career, and he has played 8 more seasons. Whew, that's tough. SGA needs 3 more games with a 20-plus point consecutive pass. Will Chamberlain, 126 for first all time. He's at 123 currently. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen. I'm sorry. If SGA breaks this Wilt Chamberlain record, because as we all know, Wilt Chamberlain has mythical records. I'm talking about mythical. He got records that we don't think will ever get broken or people come clutch or come close to. When you look at the record built, you see nothing about Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is all it got his handprints all over it. If SGA breaks this record, let's say he breaks this record, wins a final MVP, wins an MVP. He's a top 10 player all time. Just want y'all to tell that. Back-to-back MVPs, back-to-back final MVPs, one of the greatest scoring guards we have ever seen, one of the greatest peaks of a scoring guard we have ever seen. He's in that conversation, the top 10. He's over the Steph Currys. He's over the Kobe Bryants. Shoot, he might be over Larry Bird. Might be pushing him top 7. When we looking at what you accomplished as the man, as the number one option of your team, SGA last season, final MVP, and a scoring title. One of only 4 players to ever do that. He did that. So for him to go back to back, start a dynasty, be the definitive number one option, having a Jordan-esque scoring career, because the way he scores the basketball is very Jordan-esque. You got to put him in these conversations whether you want to or not. It is what it is, baby. We have never seen a guard do what he's doing offensively. He's the best player on this planet, and it's not close a conversation or anything. SGA is the best player on this planet, the best player in the NBA. It's been like that for about 3 years now, just to let y'all know. LeBron James is 6 games away from passing Robert Parrish for the most games played in NBA history. He's obviously going to break that record. Well, we got like 30 games left. He's easily going to play at least 10 games. LeBron's about to add another record to his impressive resume, man. Shout out to Julian Reese. If y'all know who that is, that's Angel Reese's little brother. Last night against I don't remember who they played. Let me see who they played last night. He did something that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Where's the games yesterday? Was it the Houston Rockets they played? March 6th. So March 5th. against the Utah Jazz. That's who they played. Let me see. Make sure this is the right game. Julian Reese had a double-double. But this ain't no regular like double-double. This man had 20 boards. He almost had a 20-20 game. He's one bucket short. He had 10 offensive rebounds and 10 defensive rebounds. The man had a 10-10 game. You know how crazy that is? There's NBA players who are 7 foot that can't even do this. There are players 6'10" and up who can't do what he just did. Shout out to Julian Reese. This was his third career NBA game, and he did something historical. He has the most rebounds by a rookie this season. His sister, Angel Reese, if any of y'all watch the WNBA, one of my favorite players to watch, one of my favorite players all time, she had 20 rebounds in the game. It runs in the family. Angel Reese was the youngest in WNBA history to do this. She's also the greatest rebounder in WNBA history. But yeah. In the last 40 years, only 3 players have had a 20 rebound game within the first 5 games of their career. Guess who these players were? Shaq, Tim Duncan, and Julian Reese. That's great company to be with. Those are 2 elite bigs, 2 top 10 bigs of all time. Historically, 2 top 5 players, you can even argue. And he did something not only they did. Shout out to him. Angel Reese and Julian Reese are the first brother-sister duo in NBA, WNBA history to record to each have a 20 rebound game in their respective leagues. Both accomplished this as rookies. Shout out to them, man. Rebound is forgotten art. Cooper Flagg. We're going to talk about Coop real quick. Cooper Flagg will be better than Luka Doncic. Yeah, I said it. He will be better. He will do more for the Mavs organization than Luka did. He's going to ultimately bring a championship to Dallas. This kid's potential, I believe he could be the best player in the league. Not a top 3, not a top 5. The best player in the league. When Cooper Flagg enters his prime, really understands the game even more, gets the grown man body, pause. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I don't think y'all understand that. In his first 50 games, his stats are similarly eerie to LeBron James. He has more rebounds than LeBron. LeBron has more assists. He has more blocks. He's shooting a better free throw percentage than LeBron. But these are eerie similar numbers. We're going to talk football in a little bit, but we're just going to focus on basketball for right now. In his first 50 career games, he has more points than Kevin Durant did, more rebounds than LeBron did, more assists than Jokic, more steals than Paul George, more blocks than Giannis, and more three-pointers made than Dirk Nowitzki. Y'all can't tell me he ain't one of them. He's better than Khan. The only reason why Khan might win the Rookie of the Year is because he was hurt. And that's not his fault. Cooper Flagg's fault that he got hurt. But shout out to Cooper Flagg, man. The kid is only getting better. He's understanding the game better. Yeah, it's about to be scary hours. Con Knuppel is the best player on the Hornets. I'm telling you that right now. He's the best player. If I'm the Hornets, Con Knuppel is my franchise guy. I'm building around him. Forget everybody else. Don't care about everybody else. He's an elite shooter. He's a very good scorer. Can't even argue an elite scorer. He's a very good defender, and he's a good playmaker. He plays a basic brand of basketball. But Con Knuppel is one of them, man. Let me see what else I got for y'all. I just wanted to share this with y'all. This is Jeremy Lin, Knicks legend, NBA champion with the Toronto Raptors. But let's listen to see what Jeremy Lin had to say.
So, I mean, I'm not going to name the organization because I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but there was one specific game where it really hit me was I had 20 and 10 after 3 quarters. We're up about 15 to 18. And in the fourth quarter in overtime, I didn't play 1 second. And so I'm looking at the assistant coach, watching our lead go down. I have 20 and 10 after 3 quarters. Like, I'm on pace to have a real nice game. And and he goes, "Yeah, we got the call from above. You're done for tonight." And so I was like, "What? Like, who picked up the phone? How'd y'all get on the phone in the middle of the game?" And he's like, "I'm like, what happened?" But they got a look from somebody in the crowd was like, "Nah." Like, so me and this other player, the other player who was doing, he had like 25 after 3 quarters. They're both like, "Yo, those two, they're done." And so we ended up losing in overtime. And this was against another team that was also tied for last, and they were trying to get, the best projection and the odds to get the number 1 pick.
So Jeremy Lin, professional NBA player, basically just described to us how the parlay mafia works. How did they get a call in the middle of the game? Number one. Well, that's the wrong question because he just said he looked in the crowd, got a look, and they told him sit Jeremy Lin and X player down because they're playing too well. So if y'all don't think the parlay mafia don't be in that locker room during halftime before games, talking to these players like, "Hey, bro," or even in the crowd as regular people telling these players, "Chill," or telling these coaches, "Pull him, don't do it." This is why Vegas never loses. No matter how much money you win betting, Vegas is always going to win. They can take massive losses, and the average bettor can't. So you may be up a couple bucks, but reality is it's all gone like this. Now, this is also true. We have seen like the Utah Jazz do this, where they just randomly tank. Their starters play like 20 minutes, if that. They might play 10 to 15. They put in their bench players so they could get a higher pick. Yes, I get that, understand that. But the way these sports gambling apps are, the FanDuels, the DraftKings, Hard Right Bet, etc., all of them, they're all in bed with these major sports companies, especially the NBA. I don't know what it is, but they got a strong hold on the NBA. When you watching these games, they're blowout games, and Joe Smo, who's like the 13th man, decides to go off for a 30 ball randomly on a Thursday night. Now, I didn't bet my hard-earned money on LeBron James to get 20 points, but what he decided to do? Get 14 and be a facilitator. Did I tell him to do that? No. You're playing the Denver Nuggets, one of the worst defense in the league. You can't get 20 points, Bron? Interesting. Taking very questionable three-pointers, too. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the average fan and sports gambler. That's all I am. The parlay mafia never loses. And even when you think you got them, they really got you. All of it. All sports is rigged. Like, there's like nothing else to say or do. We're gonna switch to football real quick. Trent McDuffie got traded to the Rams. The Chiefs get a first round pick 29, a fifth, a sixth, and a 2027 third. I think this is a great pickup for the Rams. The Rams don't care about first round picks. It ultimately worked out for them because they got a Super Bowl and they've been having a Super Bowl contending team. On top of that, they're really good at finding them late picks. They're really good at finding guys in the 5th, 6th, 7th rounds that most people are called throwaway rounds. They have elite scouting and evaluating not program, but also like staff. They can find guys like the Pukas, the Jared versus everybody on their defense. Basically, they know what they're looking for. They know how to scout. Shout out to them. They don't care for first round picks. I don't blame them. I don't care about them either.
So I mean, I can't.
But yeah, let me see what else we got. Why y'all show me old stuff? Why is this computer tweaking like this? Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We're having technical difficulties. All right, I found the source of the problem. Okay, back to NFL. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Thomas Jr. If you play fantasy and you're in Dynasty League, it's time to sell him. I sold him for a first round pick in this year's draft, but yeah. So apparently, I don't understand why they're doing this, but the Jaguars are moving on from Brian Thomas Jr. And I get why, because this year, a lot of teams are very wide receiver needy. And most people don't think the draft is that good. So I get why they're making this move. But I think he's a good wide receiver. So the teams that enter is the Browns, the Patriots, Steelers, Ravens, and Panthers. The Patriots need a number one. Depending on what we give up for him, I wouldn't mind. I'm not giving up a first for him. Maybe a second. But yeah. And I don't know how we think he is, but he need to chill out, man. The Eagles have floated a first round pick, second round pick, and a player as compensation for AJ Brown in trade. The offer was made to New England. Come on, Howie. You asked for too much. We're offering you a first and third for AJ Brown, and Howie said, click. Listen, man. I want AJ Brown, but I'm not willing to overpay for him either. I'm sorry. We're still a rebuilding team. We still need our draft capital. I wouldn't give up on him a first. A second. I'll give you second and third in a player. But I'm not giving up a first. The Bills traded for DJ Moore. I'm not moved by this. I don't know how much better they get by this. DJ Moore is a top 15 to top 20 be on safe side wide receiver in the league. I don't believe in the Bills. I think their Super Bowl window's closed. They're forever cursed. Josh Allen's just not that guy in the playoffs. So I'm really not moved by this at all. Oh, and this is the Rams since 2017. Trade to the Titans. 2018 trade to the Pats. 2019 trade to the Falcons. Then trade to the Jaguars in 2020, 2021. Then they got traded to the Lions. Then they got traded to the Lions again. The 2024, they selected Jared Verse. Then they traded to the Falcons, traded to the Chiefs. Even with them out having their first round pick, they're still putting around Super Bowl contending teams. Trent McDuffie changes his team a lot. This team needed a corner badly because the corners, if you watch the playoffs, were mucho galante basura. So they get an elite corner, a number one guy, a top 15 corner in the game for a first round. I'm not mad at that. When you got Matthew Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams, Trent McDuffie, Jared Verse, and Kobe Turner, they just boosted their defense even more. Rank these young trios 1 through 4. Obviously, OKC is one. They're the best of the best. Number 2, number 2 is tricky, but I'm going with the Hornets. As a matter of fact, no, scratch. I'm going with the Spurs at 2, Hornets 3, Pistons 4. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it for today's shows, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like and subscribe. You can find me at TikTok at Crazy Josh, Twitter, X, whatever you call it, Crazy Josh, YouTube, J Sports Universe, and Instagram, OGJ Sports. Make sure you follow me, like, comment, subscribe. You know I'm your favorite content creator, your favorite TikToker. Just live to your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your uncle, your best friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friend of me, your ops. Spread the word, man. It's free 99 just to follow me. It don't cost you nothing. It takes 5 seconds a day. Boop. Bada bing, bada boo, baby. Once again, you can follow me on TikTok, Crazy Shot Josh. You can follow me on Twitter at Crazy Shot Josh. You can find me at YouTube at J Sports Universe. Find me on Instagram at OGJ Sports. If you disagree with the take I said, if you didn't like something I said, if there's a topic you want me to cover or talk about, if you want to come on the show, you can meet me on any of my social media platforms. I will respond and reach out to y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out of here. I will see y'all next week. Y'all enjoy, man. Be safe out here, man.